Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time, welcome. My name is Kenny Ajayi, but as long as you're subscribed here, you can call me Kenny. I film about my life in Canada and I film about my faith as well. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. Hi guys. So today I want to talk about something that I intentionally waited for this long to film and talk about. And on the day that you actually be seeing this video, it will be my 1 year anniversary in Canada. 1 year ago, I packed my things. I left everything that I have known for the past 24 years. I moved to another continent, another country. And yeah, God has been so good. 1 year down the line, I am so grateful to God. I'm happy that I made the decision to move when I did, and I'm happy for how much I've been able to do in the last 1 year. Anyway, today I want to talk about some of the things that you can do to prepare for your relocation to Canada. I feel like this is relocation season. Some people will be moving this month, August. Some people will be moving in September. Some people will be moving in January to come and start their education here in Canada. So I thought to film some of the things that I think you can prepare for if you're planning to move from your home country to Canada as an international student. So I just want to mention that some of the information or some of the things that I'll be mentioning here might be location specific because I moved from Lagos, Nigeria to Nova Scotia, Canada. So some of it might be very, very specific to Lagos. Some of them might be very specific to Nova Scotia. But I'm sure that some of it will be general enough irrespective of where you are coming from or moving to. So yeah, let's get right into it. So first thing on my list, you guys, would be get your driver's license. To be honest and to be fair, I heard a lot of people talk about getting your driver's license before moving to Canada when I was moving. But ask me why I didn't get my driver's license. I don't know. So I actually got an international driver's license. So when I wanted to get my driver's license, backstory, when I wanted to get my driver's license, we contacted the road safety office and then they said we can get international driver's license. So according to them, they said the international driver's license would help you to be able to drive abroad when you land before you get your driver's license in your province in Canada. So I believed the story and then I got my international driver's license. So I didn't have a national driver's license in Nigeria because I didn't have a car. And that's the mistake that I made. Please don't make the same mistake. Whether you have a car or not, I think you should enroll into a driving school, learn how to drive, and then get your driver's license. So I didn't have the national driver's license, so I came with the international driver's license, could not use it. It's just lying in my purse there. When I went to Access Nova Scotia to go and talk about my driver's license, they said they needed the national driver's license, and I didn't get that when I was moving here. So I have to start my driving school, everything, driving lesson, everything from scratch. So right now I have my learner's permit. I just wrote the exam online and then I got my learner's permit at Access Nova Scotia, and then I have to go to a driving school to learn how to drive, and then I will be able to get my full license. Right now with my learner's permit, I can only drive with somebody that has a full license beside me in the car. So I cannot get a car with my learner's permit. So it's a lot of money, guys. Going to driving school in Canada is expensive, and I mean, why spend that much when when you don't have to spend that much, right? So in summary, please get your national driver's license before you move to Canada. It will help you to save a lot of money and time that you invest in to go to a driving school here. So get your driver's license, your national driver's license, and bring it to Canada when you are coming. So the second thing on my list is, as long as you are bringing food, bring your clothes. So I know that a lot of people talk about how that you don't need to bring clothes when you're coming to Canada because sometimes the clothes that you're bringing from Lagos is not going to do anything for you during summer. But I just want to say that I know that food is very important. In fact, I am always pro bring food. If you watch my relocation video, you saw that I mentioned a lot of times that you need to bring your food. I mean, some of the food items that I brought from Lagos when I was moving here, they are still very much available and I can just cook them at any time that I want. I just made sure that I bought something that the expiry date is still further ahead, and things that are not perishable, right? And things that are not contraband. As you are bringing food, please bring clothes, because when you get here, people say that you buy clothes when you get here, but the truth is that when you get here, there are so many other things that you need to spend money on. You need to pay your rent, you need to pay for some things, you need to buy some things that are very important, like a microwave if your apartment is not fully furnished, and all of that. So you have to make sure that you have some clothes that you can wear. The worst thing that can happen to you, even though you are bringing your clothes, is that the clothes will not be enough, so you need to layer up. You need to wear two times of the clothes, the normal clothes that you brought from Nigeria. And it's totally fine, at least for the first few months, where you can, understand how everything works in your community. You know where the thrift store is, you know when there's sales and all of that. But in the first few months, you don't want to be bothered by not having clothes. So bring your clothes. I mean, it's best to just look at your wardrobe and see which one is more like the thick. Bring the thicker clothes. Bring the clothes. When I came in August last year, the weather was really good. I didn't wear a jacket until like late October, and I was just wearing everything that I brought from Nigeria, basic clothes, regular clothes. So you can just wear your regular clothes when you first move, especially if you are coming in September. But when winter starts getting close, you would need, a very thick winter jacket. You need to layer up with your shirt or whatever you are wearing, or with your sweaters or with your hoodies. So just make sure that you select carefully what you need from your wardrobe in Nigeria. As much as you are bringing your food items, please bring your clothes. Please bring clothes. Please bring clothes. So the next thing I want to say is, if you don't have Facebook, just go and download it. That's the third thing that I want to say. If you're planning to relocate to Canada, I don't know how it works in other provinces, but I know that where I am currently, Facebook is their major source of information. So if you need any information on what is going on in town, Facebook is your go-to. If you need to buy thrifted items, Facebook Marketplace is your go-to. If you need an apartment accommodation, Facebook is your go-to. So if you don't have Facebook, before I left Nigeria, I wasn't using my Facebook anymore. I I was just like, I don't need that social media platform anymore. Download your Facebook back and try to join communities in the town that you're moving to, so that you'll be able to know how things work. You'll be able to know, sometimes when stores don't open, you will see a message on Facebook or somebody informing everybody to say, oh, Walmart is not open today, blah blah blah. So just make sure that you have Facebook, depending on where you're moving to. The next thing I want to say is save up and bring a lot of money. See, if people are offering to give you some money, gift you some money when you're moving here, don't dismiss it and say, oh, it's just 5K, I don't need it. That's less than $5. My sister, my brother. When you get here, you need as much money as you can get, because there are some things that you need to buy, that you need to pay for. You may not get like a free mattress from Facebook, and you need a mattress to sleep. You need an accommodation. You may not even get an accommodation within your price range. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I'm just saying that you need to have as much money as you can, so that you can afford basic things that you will need for survival here in Canada when you just land. So it will be in your best interest to save up as much as you can and bring as much as you can in terms of cash or money, or whether in your account or whatever. So save your coins. You cannot have too much of money when you're moving to Canada. So save up, and yeah, I think you should be fine. Then the next point that I want to mention is to start looking for accommodation. As soon as they approve your visa, even if you have not bought your ticket or you don't know exactly when you're moving yet, at least you know that you are moving. Start searching for accommodation, because even for people who live here, getting an accommodation can be a pain in the neck. So join Facebook groups, check on Kijiji, check other platforms where, I know that for Nova Scotia we have Rent Gorilla as well. Check different places where you know that you can see accommodation. Start looking for accommodation. My sister and I got our accommodation back in Nigeria, and it's a testimony. But we started searching early, so start searching for accommodation very very early, because you don't want to land here and now have to stay in an hotel for days before you now move to accommodation, because hotel is not cheap here. At least $120 per night. So you don't want to spend that much on an hotel accommodation when you can actually move into your own apartment. So look for, weigh your options. If you want to do shared apartment, if you want to do basement, whatever it is, look at your options. And it's always best to look for an accommodation that is very close to your school, so that at least you know that like you're close to school. Or if you want to stay on campus, it's totally fine as well. Just weigh your options and know what option is best for you. If you are moving with family, school accommodation, of course, is a no-no for you. So just look at the options that you have and start looking for accommodation before you leave Nigeria. Next point is that you should give yourself some grace. So this one is very, very important, because it's one of the things that I learned very early when I was moving here. I think I'd seen somebody post about it or talk about it just before I moved. And I just made up my mind that that's what I was going to do when I'm moving here. There will be, especially if you're moving from a country like the one that I moved from, where like a lot of things are not going well, and you know the economic situation of the country is really poor. When you're moving here, you can be very tempted to, you know, have very high expectations and be like, oh yes, I'm moving to a better country where things work and you know things are a bit better. Remember that you have spent, I moved to this country months after my 24th birthday. So I cannot expect to achieve 24 years worth of investment in Nigeria in 1 year here in Canada. So I just reminded myself that easy does it, one step at a time, and then I'll get to where I want to be as time goes by. So I just want to say that in the first few months of your relocation, you might not be able to save money. If all you can save is your life, it's perfect. It's perfect. I just want to tell you that even if you have not gotten a job in the first few months, it's still okay. Just take it one step at a time and trust God and do the best that you can, and everything will make sense at the end of the day. Give yourself some grace. If you cannot afford a bed frame, it's totally fine. Put your bed mattress on the floor. If you cannot afford some things at the beginning phase of your relocation, it's totally okay. Just do the best that you can and just take it one step at a time, and at the end of the day everything will make sense. Last but not least would be that you should pray. I know that the relocation can be very exciting, can be a mix of a lot of things, but prayer is very very important. Make sure that your friends pray over you. Let your family members pray over you, because you are moving into a different country, a different terrain, a different continent, and things operate very differently in this place compared to where you are coming from. So pray as much as you can. You will need it. You need it. You need prayers. Prayers can never be too much. Time spent in prayer, in time of prayer, is never a wasted time. It's never wasted. So pray, pray. You need prayers when you are moving to this country. Some people struggle from depression during winter because the weather is dull, weather is unfriendly, and all of that. I pray that in your relocation journey, I pray that the will of God will be done and that everything will fall into place at the right time. And in the right time and at the right season, I'll be able to say welcome to Canada. And I look forward to seeing you here. I look forward to receiving your messages or texts to say, oh, I'm now in Canada and I'm rooting for you. Yeah, so that's just what I thought to talk about today. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.